Good evening, Southeast Texas, and thanks for being with us tonight. We start with the investigation for Beaumont Police this weekend. A shooting early this morning has left one person in critical condition. It happened around 9:30 this morning in the 100 block of East Florida. Beaumont Police right now need help from citizens and business owners in that area. They want you to check your surveillance video. If you see anything suspicious, report it to police. And a reminder, you can always leave an anonymous tip with Crime Stoppers at 833-TIPS. A family in Jasper this weekend is asking for help to find their missing loved one. 52-year-old Wayne Ayers was last seen leaving Jasper County. He was headed to Beaumont Wednesday around 1:30 in the afternoon, but his family have not seen or heard from him since. Ayers has gray hair, wears glasses, and is about 5 feet 9 inches tall. A picture of him there on your screen. If you know anything, you should contact the Jasper County Sheriff's Office. Let's turn to the storm trackers tonight to get a look at your forecast. The live view outside on the Roofing 911 Skycam network. This view at our 12 News studios is courtesy of Mid-County Plumbing. You can see relatively clear skies out there tonight. Had some good weather in Southeast Texas today. I'm in the Storm Tracker Center now with meteorologist Kerry Cooper. Kerry, we were in the mid-70s today. It was a perfect Saturday.
Yeah, it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And it's almost unheard of this time of year, late April. So bottle it up and enjoy it. Yeah, because it won't be long. May will be here, and we know it gets hot in May. But very nice evening tonight, too. We have mostly clear skies, but clouds will increase overnight. Our Roofing 911 Skycam network over in Lake Charles. We're in the low to mid 60s. We'll drop into the 50s a little bit later tonight. Not too cold though, because clouds are already increasing from the west. We have light east to southeasterly winds, and a few sprinkles will be possible tomorrow as an upper level disturbance works across the area. So tomorrow, not nearly as beautiful as what we had today. Let's take a look at Futurecast. You can see that overnight, the clouds increasing, light east to northeast winds. Most of the light rain staying to our west and north, but we'll have a chance of a few sprinkles tomorrow, maybe a little bit of light rain as well. We'll talk about that and the rest of your storm tracker forecast coming up.
12 News is your hurricane headquarters. It's hard to believe we are just 40 days out from the official start of hurricane season. The best way to handle it is to stay prepared, and this weekend may be the best chance to do that. You can take advantage of the state's emergency supplies sales tax holiday. It started today and it runs through Monday. If you don't want to go to the store, you can even do your shopping online. The deals including generators under $3,000, cheaper items as well like batteries, fire extinguishers, first aid kits, tarps, all kinds of hurricane preparation items available this weekend.
If you have supplies from last year, just go back through, check what you have and what you don't have, and make that effort to come into the store this weekend, tomorrow, the rest of the day, and try to get those and try to get stocked back up while you have the chance to save a little bit of money on it.
Some things are not included this weekend, like camping supplies, camping stoves, plywood, and cleaning supplies. But we do have a full breakdown. The list is on 12newsnow.com.
3, 2, 1, go.
Taking a look at Mother Nature today during the annual butterfly release in Orange. The Shangri-La Botanical Gardens and Nature Center holds this event every spring, and they call it EcoFest. Today, of course, is Earth Day, which is meant to draw attention to protecting the environment. EcoFest had a lot of ways to celebrate. The big event had booths with information about all things earth-friendly, games and engaging presentations for all ages, strolls through the garden, and you can see some big crowds out there today. The big finale, which you already saw, was the butterfly release that happened in the afternoon. And this is what Earth Day looked like in the Florida Keys. 2 rehabilitated green sea turtles were given a celebratory send-off today. They've been named Larry and Mo. They were rescued last year off the coast and were diagnosed with a tumor-causing disease. So after months of treatment at the Turtle Hospital, they've been returned back to the ocean. All new here at 10, 12 News was in the building tonight for the coronation of the 75th Neches River Festival. It was a black tie affair at the Julie Rogers Theater. The Neches River Festival celebrates the youth of Southeast Texas and, of course, the Neches River. It's one of the longest running festivals in the state of Texas, and this event gave out 9 scholarships tonight to students planning to go to college. It's the most amount of scholarships they've ever handed out.
Our greatest resources, which is our youth and the Nature's River. And so tonight it's just allowing them to showcase all their amazing things they've accomplished so far before they go off and spread their wings in college.
And this just in tonight, the 75th Queen Nature's has officially been crowned. A congratulations to Josie Broussard. The celebration tonight continued over at the Beaumont Civic Center for a ball. All right, 12 News is your election headquarters, and early voting, believe it or not, starts this Monday. We've been tracking all the biggest local races, and we have all the information in one place for you. If you text the word VOTE to 409-838-1212, it will send an entire voter guide right to your phone that has races, candidates, all the information you need to know. You can also visit 12newsnow.com/vote to get that information. We have another reminder for you this weekend that our big mayoral debate is coming up on Thursday. 12 News will have all three candidates right here in studio to answer your questions. Mayor Robin Mouton, Roy West, and James Eller Jr. all battling it out for Beaumont's top seat. That 1-hour special debate is coming up this Thursday. It starts at 6 p.m. You certainly won't want to miss it. And we also plan to ask them your questions. If you want to submit a question for the debate, you can scan this code on your screen. It will take you to our submission page, and you just might hear your question asked right here on Thursday. After last weekend's teen-led violence spree in downtown Chicago, Mayor Lori Lightfoot is calling for change. Chaos erupted in downtown Chicago last Saturday night. Hundreds, possibly even thousands of people gathered near Millennium Park. 15 people, including 9 adults and 6 children, were arrested. In one instance, 2 teens were shot while standing in the middle of a large crowd. The mayor today talked about what she described as a teen takeover.
Young people should be able to go and enjoy the city anywhere, but they've also got to respect people and property. And everyone involved, from the police department to the other actors that are crucial in our public safety ecosystem, everybody has to do their part.
Chicago Police also announcing plans to increase security measures. They are also planning to increase patrols in the downtown area. We turn now to the Supreme Court and their historic ruling to continue the use of a popular abortion drug. The High Court granted a full stay, but the battle may only just be getting started. ABC's Elizabeth Schulze has details tonight.
The Supreme Court putting a pause on rulings from 2 lower courts that would have severely restricted access to mifepristone, a medication the CDC says is used in more than half of U.S. abortions. Conservative Justices Samuel Alito and Clarence Thomas dissented, indicating they would have let the restrictions go into effect. Abortion rights advocates and the pharmaceutical industry relieved by the High Court's decision. President Biden saying in a statement, "I continue to stand by FDA's evidence-based approval of mifepristone. The stakes could not be higher for women across America." The senior counsel for Alliance Defending Freedom, which filed the lawsuit in Texas challenging the FDA approval of mifepristone, responded in a statement saying, "We look forward to a final outcome in this case that will hold the FDA accountable." The federal judge in that case sided with anti-abortion activists, saying mifepristone should never have been approved by the FDA more than 20 years ago. Legal experts say this case could have a much wider impact.
If you can have a drug be approved, be on the market for 23 years, and then have it pulled from the market, that's deeply problematic. And if you're a pharmaceutical company, you may think twice about investing money in research to develop drugs, particularly ones that might be deemed socially controversial.
Oral arguments related to the Texas case will begin on May 17th at the conservative 5th Circuit Court of Appeals. The decision from that court could ultimately send the case back to the Supreme Court. Elizabeth Schulze, ABC News, Washington.